Right, guys, got to do a little video on this because this is just insane. Like, if you didn't think the bear market could get any worse, forget the FTC, forget the FTX collapse. Right? If USDT falls, God help us. This is savage, right? And this to me is the beginning of the end. Coinbase publicly posting this. Switch your USDT into USDC with zero fees. They're not even they're swallowing the fee cap on that as well. That's how concerned they are. Now, everyone who's done their research knows how dodgy USDT is, but a lot of people don't, right? A lot of retail, they don't research. They go onto Coinbase, they buy their crypto, they pay ridiculous fees. They just want a simple, easy life, and they trust what they're buying. Maybe not so much now. A lot more people are doing research after things have started to collapse, and they've realized that everything is not this fairy tale that's portrayed online, right? So yes, this is fucking huge, and Coinbase is pretty big, right? It's the second biggest exchange, but a lot of people think it's bigger than it is. It's 679 million, and it's a lot. Yeah, that is a lot. But look at Binance, 21 billion. Binance pretty much do more volume than all the other exchanges put together. So what I'm thinking now, Coinbase have come out and publicly stated this, is Binance going to be next, right? Notice how Binance are 9.9 on CoinMarketCap. It wouldn't have anything to do with Binance owning CoinMarketCap, obviously. So yeah, very interesting from Coinbase. They know what sort of impact this is going to have on USDT. What do they know? Why have they made the decision? This is a big decision. This could massively affect the space, and obviously it's the right thing to do. But I just didn't expect them to publicly come out and say this, because it could really fuck up the market. So for those of you that don't know the history on USDT, basically they came out with this a little while ago, which looks like it was made on paint as their reserves breakdown. Absolutely shocking. And they keep saying that the money is there. They keep saying the money's safe, everything's okay. And everything's just so suspicious. They've not had any proper audits. I mean, look at that, cash 3.87%. Fair enough, 65% in commercial paper, but still 3.87% cash. And you know they're over exaggerating. They've not been audited correctly, right? So you know these figures are over exaggerated because there's no factual data to compare against. And as we've seen with CZ posting, right? We saw what happened to FTX as soon as CZ posted. Literally went into a meltdown. Total market collapse. Everyone was panicking. There was a massive bank run on FTX. Now, fair play to USDT. They have been for a few bank runs and they're still standing. But can they handle Coinbase and Binance both getting users to switch USDT into USDC? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think if we see CZ post or try to start some movement to switch USDT into USDC, I think we're going to see a collapse. I think we're going to see an entire crypto collapse, and many people want this. It's not just a case of doing this. It's not a case of doing this for customers' safety, which obviously is one of the main reasons, but a lot of people want a market collapse because it's how the big boys make money. It's how the institutions make money. BlackRock, Fidelity, we're seeing them come into the space. Wouldn't they love to buy Bitcoin at 5k? Because that figure might sound insane, but if USDT was to collapse, I don't see any other way for the market to go. It's intertwined to so much of the space. It's derivatives, it's pairs, every exchange is integrated with USDT. And it's kind of insane when you think about it that the whole space is built on a stable coin that's not even been audited properly, or it's been in suspicious interviews. We've seen this with FTX, and now I think everyone is starting to question, and we saw how quick the space collapsed. But the thing is with CZ, he's quite passionate about the space, and I don't think he'd want this. He wouldn't want it to collapse. And if there's a way to do it gradually, that's what we need to do. I just don't know how how we can do it gradually, But I mean, what happens next is it's crazy. It's crazy. It's forget FTX, forget Luna. This would be an actual shitstorm, an actual genuine shitstorm, like bits of shit floating around in tornadoes. You trying to go to the shop, you get hit by a bit of shit. You flush your toilet, shit's jumping out, splashing you in the face. You don't know what to do. And then that's just the start. Okay, then you get hit by this shit tsunami. You're trying to go to work and there's like waves of shit coming towards you. It's just straight depression. And if CZ comes out and posts that they're going to start doing the same as Coinbase, everyone's just going to be jumping off the cliff. Institutions, whales, they're going to sell immediately. Everyone's going to panic sell. Everything's going to collapse. Derivatives, I mean, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. And if we look at the market share and the pair shares, just look at USDT. It's like 50%. It's 50% of the market. It's absolutely insane. And I mean, we saw what happened, right, with USDT. Look how quickly it rose. Look how much money went into USDT so fast. And then look at it now when USDC has come about. And don't get me started on USDC because it's not it's not even been audited by a top firm, but it is supposed to be Bob 1-for-1, and they do monthly assessments and stuff, right? So it's a lot more safer, quite in brackets, than USDT. But again, I've just learned not to trust anything in this space anymore, honestly. I mean, I do keep money in USDC. You're probably safer putting it in Bitcoin the way things are going. We've seen Luna collapse. We've seen the Three Arrows Capital collapse. Voyager, BlockFi. It's just been endless, right? And a lot of people want this collapse. A lot of people are trying to enter the space. Fidelity are launching their crypto exchange. Wouldn't it be a great time to come in and launch a crypto exchange with a new stablecoin, which they've been looking at recently, and to bring some trust back into the space? So I don't think it's over just yet. And also got Grayscale in potential trouble. Very suspicious that they didn't want to do their proof of reserves for a company that's supposed to be holding so much Bitcoin. 3%, I think, is around 3% of Bitcoin supply, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is an insane amount. Refusing to do proof of reserves for security reasons. We all know Bitcoin is like the blockchain is the most secure software or technology that we have, and everyone knows that that just doesn't add up. Because if someone said to me, where would you rather keep your money, in a bank or Bitcoin, I'd definitely choose Bitcoin as the safest place to store it. So saying that there's security issues there is insane. But we've got Grayscale issues, we've got USDT. I just don't see this. I don't see any way that USDT makes it. If the whole market starts pushing for people to go into USDC, at some point there's going to be a level where USDT just collapses. It just collapses. I mean, I hope we make it to 75% into USDC. That would be great, because it wouldn't be as bad as it currently is. I think Coinbase had probably pushing this way too soon, and it should have been done gradually. And I just hope CZ doesn't come out and post. But if he does, it's not going to be nice, and we're going to see a total collapse. It's a blessing in disguise, right? Because we're going to watch our portfolios melt. Everyone's portfolio is going to come down. Obviously, you have the option to sell and buy back in. I tend to just DCA, because you just can't predict what's going to happen in the markets. We're already down a lot. Is it going to drop to? Could Bitcoin drop to 10k, 5k? Nobody knows. And anyone who says they know is just guessing, right? So I would probably just DCA. But if they fall, it's not going to be nice. If Grayscale and USDT fall, it's so bad for the long-term space. I think it will take a lot longer to recover. I mean, we're expecting it to recover at the end of 2024 right now, and we've got the Bitcoin halving in. But if USDT fails and the grayscale go down, I think it could be a lot longer that we're in recovery phase. There's a lot of people, a lot of institutions will lose money and just lose faith. But I think in the long run, it's a good thing. The more pain we have now, the more regulation that will come in regards to companies having one for one, which they should. It shouldn't be something that we are grateful for, one for one. If you give someone your money, you're buying $1, you should have that dollar backed. It's that should be standard business procedure. But I think when you do have these companies come in with trillions of dollars worth of assets, not billions like Fidelity's and the BlackRocks, they have the money there, they have the funding there to do one for one, and also they'll make a lot of interest off that. So there's a lot of money there to be made by having a stable coin. It's just it's a very new movement, and it seems to be filled with greed, lack of transparency, no risk management at school, as we've seen with FTX. And that needs to change, and I think that will change once we have the bigger exchanges in. Of course, they're going to come in and manipulate the market, and it comes with its own cons. But I think in terms of not having this lack of trust and lack of faith in crypto, it just outweighs that, and I think that the whole space will be stronger and better once we have these big institutions with the financials there to create transparent exchanges. And obviously they're going to take the market share, but they can't stop decentralization. So you use the exchange, and obviously you store your assets in decentralized, as we all know. But yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, I hope it doesn't crash. I mean, if it doesn't crash, we can expect it to crash at some point, right? So it's just something to be wary of. If you see CZ post anything about USDT and USDC, massive alarm bells, and I'll definitely be shorting the market. I'll be shorting everything. I'll be shorting USDT. I'll be shorting Bitcoin, all the altcoins, because I think that'll be the start of a massive crash. So yeah, do your research into USDT. Also research into USDC. Just because everyone is saying it's legit and it's backed, it's still not had a serious tier 1 audit. Okay, that's what we need to see for USDC. If they can do that and they can be transparent, I think they can take the entire market share. So it's there for them to gain. But do your research, guys, and follow and subscribe for more videos.